We're with Christy Thomaskutty, the women's basketball coach here at Emory. Coach, you've had a couple of weeks to digest the 2011-12 season. What are your thoughts?
A little bittersweet. So proud of our young ladies and the effort and the accomplishment that they achieved. Long season, I think, to start the season with a loss like we did at Oglethorpe, I thought helped us down the stretch because we learned so much. But, you know, obviously we thought we put ourselves in position for possibly an at-large bid into the tournament, and so that's why it was a little bittersweet. But, you know, I think our kids learned so much, and I think our program took the next step.
You know, heading into the year, you had a number of experienced players back in the fold, and talk about how the team kind of bonded together and how that kind of fueled the success that you enjoyed this year.
Well, I think when you only have 2 incoming freshmen versus 9, chemistry automatically just kind of takes over for itself. And I thought our kids did a great job of really caring about one another. You know, we as all teams had little things that came up throughout the year, and I've said this to all our kids. The character of our players are what made those kind of issues be little. And I really compliment our leadership. I compliment our seniors for that. But just overall the character of the players on this team, that it was a matter of, hey, we have a goal and this is what we're working towards.
Individually, a number of players earned some accolades. Hannah Lilly kind of highlighted that trio. Honorable mention All-America honors. Misha Jackson received some awards, as did Savannah Morgan. Talk about those players.
Well, you know, I've said all along, I think Savannah's kind of the stir that stirs the drink for our team. She's a talented point guard. As she goes, we go on so many levels. So I was really happy to see that she was recognized by the UAA coaches. Misha Jackson, in my opinion, is one of the most talented post players in the league. And when she was a presence, she was a presence. And that's what we need more from her on a more consistent basis. And then Hannah was a mainstay throughout the season. I mean, and I think I'd speak for Hannah when I say she had great support from her teammates, getting her open, getting her the ball. But at the end of the day, I think the greatest compliment I can give Hannah is that we were all kind of surprised when the shot didn't go down. That's kind of the reputation that she's created within our program, because the kid works so hard. She's so diligent in terms of her shooting, and couldn't be happier for her and our program for all the awards that she's received.
You know, anytime a team has great success, you've mentioned in the past leadership being a key. You had 3 seniors this year who all brought something a little bit different to the table. Talk about your 3 seniors.
They're the glue. I mean, I couldn't have asked for more in terms of leadership from our seniors. I thought Melissa Koike was our defensive just catalyst. When she was on the court and she picked someone up, our team fed off of her. And I was really pleased to see her play both ends of the court, meaning that she really took pride in her offense as well as her defense. And I thought that helped us in so many games. Becca Feldman's game continued to evolve. She was our X factor. You know, to have the ability as a 5'9" player to float between the post and the guard, it enabled me to do so much more in terms of some of our lineups. And that's a true testament to Becca and her the variety of skills that she possesses. And then, you know, Emily Heinzig just is a great shooter. She came in and hit so many big shots for us throughout the season. And so all 3 of these young ladies will definitely be missed.
Now obviously it's the off season. You have kids another 5 or 6 weeks of school here. Then the summer, you've probably met with a number of them. What's been your message, or what's going to be your message for these players during the off season?
Well, I think we're going to continue what our main focus was this year, and that's rebounding and defense. We improved, but we still have a long ways to go. We're not ever going to probably be the biggest team on the court, but we've got to be better in those 2 categories, statistically speaking, and just more from a presence on the court. And I feel like if we can do that, we're ready for the next step.
Now, obviously, it's off season for your players, but coaches very rarely have off seasons with recruiting, making visits and things like that, hosting kids. What's the recruiting ideas for you this coming up this spring and summer?
Well, obviously, we lose 3 players, and with Becca's versatility and Emily's versatility, we really lost positions 2, 3, 4. Obviously, we need more post depth, so we're attacking recruiting in terms of we need all 5 positions to give us a little bit more depth and expand the roster.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks very much for your time, and we'll be catching up with you down the road.
Thanks, Sean.